Welcome to Planet Zoo. I don't know about you, but when Planet Zoo 2 got announced, oh my god, I swear I almost wet myself with excitement. Cannot wait for that game. And since we finished Car Dealer Simulator, I was trying to think of new games to dive into and all that stuff. And I went, let's make a zoo. Let's get on that hype train until Planet Zoo 2 comes out. So that's what we're going to do. We are here in the Oceania pack thing, map. That's the word I was looking for. And we are going to create a zoo based in Australia as us natives say. So what are we going to do? What's our gimmick with this zoo, you may be thinking? Well, what I thought, and I thought it was a really cool idea, so we're going to do it, is we're going to do a franchise zoo. I've never actually done a franchise zoo, so this could be over in 2 episodes because I go broke. But, fingers crossed it actually works. And the second idea is I've had a slight obsession for way too much of my life with Australian heritage architecture, which is such a specific thing to have an obsession over. But to kind of fulfill my obsession and my love of building, what I thought we'll do is this will be a zoo that was a restored gold mine from the gold rush era. I think that's a really cool idea. It's something unique. And like I said before, hopefully we don't get broke. So let's get into it. Now, we've only got $40,000, not 40, dollaroonies to actually get started on this. I think it's 7 meters. Is it 7 or 8? That looks right. So let's say 7. So we don't have much money to actually start with. So we're going to have to... So we're going to have to start this off pretty budget and pretty simple. But I went to Adelaide Zoo. When was it? Last month? Whenever I was in Adelaide, I can't remember. I went to Adelaide at some stage and I had half a day before I had to fly out. So I went to the zoo because I thought that was something fun to do. And it was amazing. One thing I noticed when I was in Adelaide is the zoo isn't particularly a lap. Like, I kind of thought you'd walk in and it would be you can go left or you can go right. But it was kind of a one-way trek, which was quite interesting. I never thought about it. So what we're going to do is we're kind of going to imitate that. And then the other thing I noticed is you kind of walked into the zoo and there was like a foyer kind of area where, you could wait for people if families were coming together, or it's a good meeting spot for if the kids want to go here and the other kids want to go there. Like, it's a good meeting spot. So that's kind of a good area. But what I noticed is it was only one side. So you had your entrance area, foyer area, and then all this was staff. So we're going to do that as well because I thought that was a really good idea. We need to be very careful with how I spend our money because I feel like it could disappear really quickly, basically. I was trying to come up with a good term, but nothing came to mind. So this is going to be our little staff area, and I hope... Do we still have power? Yeah, we still got power. We got it basically to the end of there. So we'll do some fast facilities, or staff facilities for those who want to speak English. Center. Keeper's Hut. Because we've got to do that now. We'll start with a small and a workshop so we don't break stuff. Okay, cool. So we're just going to kind of leave that ugly right now because we ain't got no alibi. We ugly. On the other side of it, we're going to have to do some basic staff guest facilities so we can actually, make some money. So what I'm thinking is, so we'll have a chief beef, we'll do a drink. We've only got Gulpy, so we'll do a drink, a chief beef. I think we do the info center there, so we'll kind of be the corner here. And then we'll do some toilets. We'll do 2 blocks of toilets. So we have got absolutely 0 animals and we've only got 15 grand left. So that was a very quick time that we spent way too much of our money. Now, I think our goal for the first episode is to get at least one animal and to break even. I think that's a pretty understandable goal. Our first animal is going to be here, and it's going to be that kind of path that I talked about before. It's going to be kind of the driving force behind that. So what we want to do is we want to go back up to that 7 meters, because that's going to be a big deal. And we'll start to go this way, and then we'll wrap around, and then we'll continue to go up there. We need staff, apparently. So we will get one of everything to start. So now we've got all our staff and we've got all our basic buildings and all that kind of stuff. We want to look at what animals we can have. And the way that people seem to do zoos is you have like an animal that's interesting, but not the animals that people go to actually see at a zoo. So you're like, oh, that's cool, I'll check that out, but not, oh my God, I want to see a giraffe. So your popular stuff like your giraffe, Alex the lion, Marty the zebra, all that kind of stuff a bit further in the zoo, because we want to pull people into the zoo. Like a lot of people seem to do, what are they called? Flamingos, which is cool, but it's not very Australian. I was like, we could do a swan because we've got swans here that are native. And then I kind of had the thought, what about a dingo? I'm going to a wedding next month, and the island that the wedding is on, there's like dingoes everywhere, and it's like, you know, hide your kids. So I thought, let's do a dingo. That seems very Australian and very like one of those animals that you're like, oh yeah, that's cool. I didn't think about that as a zoo. But you actually look at the zoo and you actually go, that's a cool animal. Like, I want to suss it out. And then we'll do like a garden thing there. And what we will do is we are going to align to grid, and we're going to make like a little, yeah, do we do 3 or 4 across? Let's just start with 3. And this is kind of the spot that people can go to actually look at the dingo. We'll have a bit of a view here to get people's interest, but we really want to be sucking people through this path here. Let's go to the Zootopia and look at dingoes and see what they actually need. They kind of go most areas in Australia. Yeah, they kind of go most areas in Australia. So they need about 1,000, between 8 and 43. That's pretty insane. Grade 2, that's fine. They actually need no water. We'll give them water because it looks cool. Species data, 2 to 12, so we can have quite a few. 2 to 24. Wow, we can have a lot of dingoes. Good to see they're monogamous. Alpha male, alpha female, all that kind of stuff. They become sexually mature at 3. They're sexually immature when they die. That kind of makes sense. So they can have 1 to 5 per mating. Wow! 12 months pregnant, reproduction in captivity. Easy. Okay, cool. So that's pretty straightforward. So now let's go here and let's look for our dingo. Not dingpo, dingo. So we've only got one boy. You're not overly healthy. I think we'll get you, but then hopefully we can get another boy, because that's a lot. What do you like? We can get you for nature points. So maybe we just start off with the 2 for now. I'm thinking like this will be the dingo home. We want like a dingo cave thing. And I kind of want that like there. And we'll do some styling to make it look cool and all that kind of stuff. We are definitely taking notice of our money though. Why don't to start, the other thing is we need a entry point for our... You're not completely straight on, which kind of hurts me. We're going to do the invisible one for now, just because it's free. And then we'll go through and fix it up. How big is this? it's only just. And if we go to hot maps and go to habitat traversable area, is that including that? Do I need to make this bigger? And we don't have water. I think we actually need to make this bigger. Hopefully that gives them enough space. Yeah, that gave them 200 more meters. I think that's going to be good. So now what we want is we want to make this look good and look a bit more appropriate. So we're definitely going to have to add some fences. So maybe we do that bit to start. We can do that, and then we can go to like there. So, and then we can fix all that up. Okay, so we've got a very vague idea of what we want to do. Now what we will do is we're going to definitely slow that down because that's way too big. And we will go through and we're going to kind of work out our caving situation. So how far back can we go? I'm assuming... Oh, it's letting us have quite a big cave, so that's good. And we're going to obviously terraform and make it look pretty and all that kind of stuff. We'll have like a little stream coming out of it. And there'll be like a pool thing. Why don't we do the pool thing like here? We don't want it to be overly big because dingoes don't actually need the water as our thingy showed. But what we do want is we just want like a little spot that they can get a drink, have a little splash. So we'll work that in there. Does that look good? So you can kind of see that from there. Obviously this looks like ugly as hell, so we'll go and fix this up and actually make it look somewhat natural. So why don't we'll just chuck water in to see what it looks like. Not bad. Honestly, probably a bit too big for what I'm thinking. We just don't want to kill the space with too much water. Oh, that's better. That's better. Let's go through and make this look not as crap. Okay, it's nice, it's new. Okay, so now let's go on this side. And again, we just want to spread it out a bit. So I think it's just coming across a bit too harsh right now. Okay, so I think that's nice. Feels like you're gonna bump your head. What, that gate's like 2.2, so nah, you're fine. Tiny bit claustrophobic, but that's fine in the big picture. I think this bit just looks a bit too perfect still. So how much traversable, is that the word, traversable? We go terrain. Okay, so we haven't lost too much. We've got 1,400 and they need 1,100. I think the long grass is a bit too much. I know dingoes kind of live everywhere, but they're stereotypically like, you'll find them in like the scrub or in the desert. So I'm thinking we want to do a bit more of a wild look. Thinking the desert rocks are going to be a better look for the dingo. So we're not going to do too many because I am still watching the budget. I know we're not overly rich right now. It's like, that's okay. And what I'm thinking is we could do like a water fountain thing through there. Waterfall, like through there. But basically, waterfall down there, then waterfall down there. So it actually makes sense how we've got stuff. Let us push play very quickly. And we want to get our dingoes in here. So then we can see the requirements. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. With our dingoes. I'm not very good at this. I don't know where them... I think this is the path. Yeah, look at me. Go, dingo, go. I think they're going to complain that there's too much long grass because there's a lot of long grass. Boom. Who do we have? We've got 2. My keyboard's not working. Oh, you're cute. Okay, so now we pause again because we're spending money. Okay, we have got our dingoes in here with 0 enrichment. Okay, they seem to be pretty happy all up. Terrain. We've got slightly not enough. I was worried. So what we'll do, I reckon, is we're actually going to cut this bit off. So we only need like 100. Yeah, we need just over 100. So why don't we go here. And we'll make you not that big. And we'll just cut that off. Like I said, they don't actually need much water. So if we push play again, what's the water? What's the... Okay, we are slightly, ever so slightly. Okay, so that's all good. Yes, obviously that's the escape area. That's the escape area. So now if I push play again. Ha! Amazing. Oh, we'll chuck water in just in case. Or is that with water? That's with water. Oh, amazing. Okay, cool. So, now, obviously we've got 2 escape areas we need to fix. So why don't we do that now before we forget? Because this is going to be the one we forget, let's be real. Because that does not look realistic at all. And then we'll chuck another 5e. That looks more realistic. Okay, so now we've got more of an issue. Okay, so that's looking better in the fact of the dingoes can't get up there. Still looks pretty good. So what we need to do now is we need to do this bit. So what I'm thinking is like a shed. I think a shed's always a bit of a vibe, especially when you're going Australian. Now, we don't have the Australian pack unlocked yet. I like the wooden beams. I want to use them. Like, maybe we do them and like a tin roof. Because that kind of looks like a limestone. And I think limestone's going to be our friend here. Okay, cool. So we've got $13,000 left, but we've got absolutely nothing in here for the animals. So what can we do to improve your life? We've got no enrichment, unfortunately. We'll add some plants. We've got reeds. Fantastic. And we will not align to surface because then things like that happen. Considering this is like the ugly bit, I think we'll go through and we'll... Yeah, so like that. So we got some plants. So then why don't we add some eucalyptus? Nah, that looks too ordered. We'll have one, and then we might have one like over here. Have one there. We're not cutting in anywhere, are we? No. I'm okay with a bit of this shooting through the fence because is that not the most Australian thing ever? To have a bit of overgrown bush, but we'll do like a lower version like that. So kind of. Yeah, we'll do like a lower version like that. So it kind of all belongs. Kind of looks overgrown, but I kind of like that vibe. Okay. Oh, we need to do a roof. But Tim's losing focus. Okay, habitat. And if we go here, species, and we're going to search for dingo. Okay, cool. We definitely don't need a heater. Blood scent marker, I think, is a great idea. So we'll chuck him like there. And then we'll have one like there. And then we will do some bedding so they can have a good sleep. Okay, so we've got that. Now if we go back, what do we like? Environment. Okay, animals. Where are you at? Available food. Oh yeah, we should probably give you a food thing. And why don't we do a food tray kind of here-ish. Now, if I push this down, it's going to go back up, isn't it? Yeah. I think the question is now, do we spend more money on naturing this up and making it look good? Or do we allow us to lose money for a bit? I'm thinking we allow to lose money for a bit because we don't want this to be the one and only episode. And the other thing I'm thinking, and we'll do that, would probably just cost us like $1 billion. Yeah. So then we'll have clean water and we'll have food. I think we want to terrain brush this a bit. I think that looks good. So now let's officially open our zoo, even though there were already people in here. Please don't stop there. Oh, are you an educator? Yeah. Good, you're talking. I want to see your thoughts. Are you about to give them... Oh, you're going to give a talk? People are getting education. This is fantastic. This is what we're wanting. And they go, grrr. Oh, and you're feeding him. Oh, this is great. Okay, the other thing we need to do now is we've got like nothing for the guests. So we'll go guest facilities. We'll add a few benches. Add some bins so then people don't litter. Okay, what's our thoughts? Education 70%. Amazing. But we're still losing money? Oh, we're gaining money? We're gaining money! Oh, so we've got too much long grass. Well, we can fix that, because I don't like the look of the long grass. Okay, so that's better. So now are you happy? No, it's still about space. I think this looks fantastic, though. We'll eventually add a roof. But we've got our little dingoes. And we've got a fairly decent looking... Like, obviously we can fancy it up a bit and make it look a lot better. But for our first habitat exhibit thing in our new zoo, I think this is looking great. If you can help come up with a good name for this zoo, I'm open for suggestions. But besides that, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate ideas on the next exhibit we should make. We're not rich yet. So we're still definitely struggling with the whole money sitch. So yeah, anything cheap we can do to bring up the Dollaroonies, I would appreciate. But yeah, thank you very much for joining. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time in Planet Zoo. Bye.